What's going on, guys? So I was just feeling a little inspired today to drop my knowledge on how I got through my college career as an athlete. Obviously, as an athlete, it can be difficult to balance the sport, the schoolwork, and whatever other hobby you might have, such as YouTube or myself. And this is something that teachers they don't seem to grasp. They don't understand it, or they just don't care, and they just, I care. I care about us athletes. I'm here for us. So I want to drop a few tips, 10 tips, on how I kind of got through college as an athlete. Now, a disclaimer before we just get further into this. I wasn't a great student. Never have been, So if you want like real academic tips, go elsewhere. If you want life tips on how I really got through as an athlete, then you're in the right spot, because I got the answers for you. They're here. Before we get going though, just want to point out that this video is brought to you by 4Keeps. They're going to be the next big mouth guard company in the sports industry. It's going to be the next big thing, but for now, they are starting with a supplement line, and you guys can go over to their website here and get their supplements using my code for 15% off. Go do that. Go do that. I know you need the pre-workout and gains. Tip number 1. When the answer is unknown, just use your phone. See, I'm rhyming here. This is the new variation. This is the 2021 version of what you don't know is in the next row. We're in 2021. It's risky. Teachers know. You can't just poke your head over there and then you get the little eyes on your own paper. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You're at home. You're doing some homework. You get stumped on an answer. You're gonna go searching through your notes? No, you're gonna Google it. If you need to learn how to do anything in life, say, I don't know, change a faucet. What? I don't even know. We're changing faucets now. You're Googling it. How do I change a faucet? It's what you do. It's an accounting class. You Google up how the exact question. You get a step-by-step walkthrough how to do it. They're teaching you exactly how. It's great. If you can't pay attention in class, if you're missing class for a game, there's things like Chegg, Quizlet out there. They're teaching you. Tip number 2, have a test. Now what I mean by that is test out the test, if that makes more sense than what I just said prior. I don't know how this test is. I don't know how this teacher works. Is it multiple choice? Is this exactly what the study guide was, or is it some kind of maze that we've never learned before? I don't know. It's a difficult task, you know what I'm saying? I gotta feel out how hard it is, what I need to do in the future, so I just go in blindly. First test. Some might argue this isn't the best strategy, suit yourself. But I go in, I take this test blind, didn't study at all, just natural, no enhancements. I'm a 67%er on a test. Pretty fucking good if you ask me. But then I get a feel for it. Now I'm like, okay, I know how this test works. I know what kind of questions are being asked. I know the style they're being asked. Now I know. I go in the next test, bang out an 85. Easy money. I like my strategy. You might not. You might want to study and do a test. But at the end of the day, you can afford that 67 and still come out on top. Tip number 3, you are an athlete student, not a student athlete. Don't let anyone tell you different, okay? Your sport comes first. Let's be realistic here. As an example, you have a game, say, on a Friday afternoon, but you also have a class on a Friday afternoon. Which one are you going to? That's what I thought, the game. You're not gonna skip a game for a class, You're not just gonna be like, oh, sorry, coach, I can't play in the game today, I have class. No, that's not how it works. You go to the game, you skip class. You're allowed to skip class. In fact, the school lets you skip class. You fill out a little thing, you give it to the teacher at the beginning of the semester. Here, I'm gonna be gone this weekend. Like this weekend. I'm missing pretty much half the classes because I'm going to play this sport, my hockey game. Yeah, you gotta make up the work, but like, athlete student, would you rather fall behind academically or athletically? Tip number 4, online classes. Take as many of them as you possibly can. Obviously they're easier and you can always use Google. Typically what I would do with my online classes, some might say bad, some might say genius, but I would save it all for the end of the semester. All of it. Wouldn't do a single thing. I can't think, that's too stressful. I have games, I have practice, I have other things. I have friends to hang out with, I'll just save that shit. I'll make it up. I'll send it in. You get a little percentage taken away for being late, whatever, 10% off each project. I don't know. See, I'm willing to let that happen to lower my stress levels. I'm not getting anxiety. I'm not getting stress. about school, which is probably the top leading frigging thing for stress and anxiety. So I just leave it, and I just get super amounts of stress and anxiety the final few days of the semester. Is it healthier? No, probably not, but hey. So what you do is at the end of the semester, you just pass in every single assignment from the whole semester in one day. You do them all in a couple days. Then you after you submit them, you take out your laptop, you type up a nice email to the teacher. Hi, dear Professor Johnson. I know you may have noticed I haven't been to a single class except that first one where I pretended I had a bad case of the shits and ran out of the room. Right. I also haven't passed in a single assignment this whole semester. Truth be told, I've been going through some personal shit. I had a bad case of conjunctivitis and spread into my hands, leaving me with a terrible rash. Obviously, I can't write with a pencil if I have a rash. I also can't type. How the hell do you think I'm supposed to do this? Professor Johnson, so many sleepless nights, laying in puddles of my sweat, unanswered questions, wondering, will Sebastian ever get back with Elena at the end of the Vampire Diaries? On top of this, I accidentally killed my pet fish forgetting to feed it. As you can imagine, this has taken a toll on my emotions, and I've and has hurt my ability to complete the assignments. I ask that you please allow me to pass these in for partial credit. Thank you for your understanding, Pat. Now, does the teacher believe a word that I said? No, obviously not. They're not stupid. They have brains. They have a job. Normal tip, like a regular tip, would be like, yes, take as many online classes as possible, but just do them as you go. Maybe don't do my strategy. Tip number 5 is a classic. C's get degrees. It's true. They do. At Maine, C- or better in your classes and you pass. That's all you need. You all have that same paper at the end of the day. There's no like, oh, this is my GPA, so I get a better degree than you. No, you just get it. As an example, here's a little word problem for you all. Pat is a senior and there's 3 weeks left in his first semester. He's in his capstone class. He currently has an 85% as a grade in the class. There's an upcoming assignment where he needs to research a topic, write a 1-page paper reflection on the topic, research it obviously, and then present it to the class. It's 10% of the grade. Option 1, put full effort into this assignment, stress, start sweating, get anxious, maybe even go to office hours, put the full effort in with the teacher, work with him, and get 10% of his grade better. Or option 2, skip it, don't do the assignment at all, don't stress, skip class, sleep in, go to practice fully energized and have an amazing practice and still get a 75 in the class. I'll allow you a minute to get your answers in. And the answer is option 2. Why would I don't have time for that kind of stress. What are you making me stress that much for presenting? I don't like to present in front of class that I don't know. I'm bullshitting here. I just researched some random topic. I don't know what I'm talking about. Now I'm sweating. I'm getting armpit sweat up in class. I'm like, fuck, people are now looking at me sweating in class. I don't want that. I don't want that for you guys. Okay? So I'm sleeping in and I still get a C. I get a 75. It's 10% of my grade. Like maybe if it's 20% of my grade, I'll get up. I'll go to class. I'll put a little effort into this, but 10%? No fucking way. No way am I doing that. Tip number 6, rough drafts are for fucking losers. I've just never understood them. It's like, why am I roughing this draft? No, it's like I'm either fucking performing, it's game day or it's not, I don't have a rough game. I don't have a rough game the night before. No, I just fucking show up for game day and I go to work. So that's what I do. You got the assignment, bang it out, 5 paragraphs. Tip number 7, be fashionably late to class. It shows confidence, in my opinion. Wake up promptly 15 minutes before the class starts. Obviously, it's about a 5 to 10 minute drive over there, depending on where you live. And you stroll over, you wake up, you kind of stretch out, brush your teeth, maybe shower, maybe not. I don't know, shave your balls, do your thing in the morning, your little morning routine, eat some breakfast, grab a beer on the way over to school. Don't actually do that. That'd be a terrible idea. Don't actually show up to school drunk. That'd be stupid. Well, as an athlete, maybe if you're not an athlete, I don't know, that's your thing. Maybe take some 5-hour energy, get a couple hours of energy in. 2 for his class, 3 for practice. You poke your head in as class is already rolling, the teacher's talking. You kind of like poke in, everyone turns their head and looks at you. That I thrive in that. That gives me such an arousal. It gives me that uplifting feeling. I'm like, whew, it's like a drug. You kind of get nervous, but you're not. You're kind of like, ooh, yeah, I'm late. What's up? And I don't give a fuck. You just give the straight face, walk over and sit wherever, kick back, pop the laptop out, watch UFC highlights the whole class. Tip number 8, from my experience, hide the fact that you're a student athlete as long as possible. For some reason, there's some teachers that just don't like athletes. I think they believe we get special treatment, which I don't think is true at all. Like I said, we're playing a sport, which is a job in itself that we're doing for free, and then expected to do the same level academically as the rest of the students. It's unfair in its own, but they think we get special treatment, and they kind of, in my experience, have had that problem where they pick us out in class, tell us to come sit at the front of the class during this test, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Not all teachers. Some of them love us. Some of them like, hey, I was at the game, it was great, but some not so much. You got to be careful who you let know. Just saying, that's just a nice tip that I would like to share with you. Tip number 9: parking tickets are optional. It looks sick if you have a bunch of parking tickets on your car, and don't get a new parking pass every year. Just use the one from freshman year and hope that no one notices the rest of your time there. It's $50 that I don't want to spend. Instead, I'll spend it on parking tickets at the end of the semester that they automatically take out. I say they're optional, but at the end, they add up. And I don't park in the right spots because, again, this is a confidence thing. I'm coming in, I'm late to class, fashionably, and I don't want to walk. I don't want to walk from this parking spot 3 miles away to class. No, I have to rest my legs for practice. So I pull up and I park in the teacher only spots. You know, it's like right next to the building. You get away with it for a while, and then like about a month and a half into the semester, you grab a ticket. Ah, shit. And a couple days go by, you don't give a shit. And then they realize, holy shit, this guy's crazy. He's a confident motherfucker. He's parking here again. They kind of let it go. They see what's up. And then another couple days go by, you walk out of class and your car's gone. It got towed. You know, sometimes you might be lucky, and as you're walking out, you'll see it getting towed. Do you run over and say, don't tow my car? No, you look at the person next to you and you go, hey, look at that. See that car up there? See that baby? That's my guy. That's my guy getting towed because I park in illegal spots. What's up? You want to go on a date? It's a pretty alpha thing to do, in my opinion. Does it hurt the bills financially? Yes, because you have to go pick it up from the shop, and it's like $200 because your car just got towed because you're parked illegally. Like, I don't give a fuck. My car got towed, like whatever. And tip number 10, if you really care about academics, and depending on your major, maybe you want to, you know, be a worker. Maybe you want to be a worker, and maybe you want to be a doctor or a dentist or something, an engineer, if you will. Then don't listen to anything that I just said 1 through 9, and then just go elsewhere. Just leave this video and go to a different video that will offer you like tips for that academically. Part of this tip, don't take this too serious. I just feel like I have to point that out. Well, there is some helpful things in this video. This isn't a Bible, you know? Don't live by it. Guys, I know that you've been like super curious and wanting to meet me, like converse with me, conversation. It's always one-sided. I'm always doing the talking, but now I've been going on the Locker Room app. You can download the Locker Room app right here in the App Store. You go over, you follow me, and I'm going live Wednesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. where we're all talking. We've been having great conversations, me, the boys, Ethan's there. Come join me Wednesdays and Fridays, download the fucking app. I also don't know if you heard, did you hear my new channel is launched? The skits, the sketches, they're coming. They've started. When a frat guy has a baby, it's out there. Go over there, check it out. It's funny, I swear, and they're all gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Go subscribe, go check those out. Shea Hydrated hoodies, they're still for sale. The navy blue ones, head over to the website, buy your hoodie, grab those. Put down in the comments below any questions you have for me. I'll do a big Q&A video. I'm gonna be doing a lot of like tip videos. I know this one was more, I was joking a lot, but it's also kind of how I got through college in a way. I know you might want like a more serious, I can give tips on, you know, how to become a Division I hockey player or how to become a Division I athlete. If you want a serious video about that, I can give that. Ask any questions below and it will give me video ideas. I can do sit down videos where I'm actually giving you real tips, you know, about hockey and your future and whatnot. If you guys want Shea Hydrated trucker hats, like the one I'm wearing right here, but it says Shea Hydrated on it, comment that below, because I think I could pull those off and you guys could buy some Shea Hydrated trucker hats, snapback hats, because I'm a hat guy now. I don't know if you noticed, I'm a hat guy. Yeah, that'll do it for the day. That's all I got for you. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you go check out my new channel. It's popping, it's buzzing, okay? Or if you have short attention spans, go to TikTok. I post clips there. Take a drag, I ain't feeling in my lungs. Drop down like a